Here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10.
At the try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. They're looking at 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Brady. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Brady to throw again. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Brady now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. From the gun, it's Brady. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Brady took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. boys snagging one. You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. So after the INT, it's Brady. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Rocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get.
But that's caught at the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. From the gun, Brady fighting to stay upright. And he's going to go down again.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Flush to his Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a play fake. Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route.
Brady's pass.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout.
It's a gain of
as
10.
the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This will be caught at about the 5. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot before half for Brady. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2nd down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Brady to throw. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jordan Brooks with it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
14. Check. 42's the mark. Check. 19. Let's go, D. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 7. Wilson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, Wilson. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That's good.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Brady will try again on second down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On third and long, it's Brady. Going up top for Miller. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play for the Bucs there on third down. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Brady. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rob Gronkowski, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards there. A big one.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
At the Buccaneers.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a...
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is good.
Score Seahawks 28. Buccaneers 9. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll He'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here?
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Complete to
Odell Beckham,
Touchdown.
75 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Philip Dorsett on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a 1-play drive with a 1-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
The
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you worked on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of...
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Brady, just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
16-yard line.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50, he's at the 30, the 20, and he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Matt Gay on for the point.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
14. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Tighten up.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, Carson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
At the 11-yard line.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 3rd down. It's Carson, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Seahawks 49, Buccaneers 30. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady to throw again. And now here is another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Wilson wants to throw it. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Seahawks 56. Buccaneers 30. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Brady again. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Tom Brady sacked. A loss of 6 yards. And it's 4th down.